ChoMUN is the University of Chicago's Intercollegiate Malta United Nations Conference. We work as an organization of around 250 UChicago students to put on a conference for delegates from other universities, and they come to Chicago, stay at the Palmer House Hotel downtown, and work together on diplomacy, international policy, speaking, and writing for all of our various committees.
Although conference is only a 4-day affair, we meet throughout the year where we train and socialize with our members and build up our community. Ultimately, ChoMUN is an organization where we want to make sure our members can feel welcome.
We're using this contest as a springboard for disability inclusion work all year in our organization. We see this falling into 3 main categories. First, member body accessibility, digital accessibility, and third, conference accessibility. Our website is the first point of contact for anyone who comes in contact with ChoMUN. That means it is crucial that we make it accessible to all. Our first will be visual accessibility. This includes text-to-speech software, adaptations for color blindness, and seizures, making sure that we are accessible to every single person who wants to interact with our conference from the moment that they encounter our website. The second part of our digital accessibility is website formatting. We'll be working with third-party software in order to make sure our website is as accessible as possible, making sure we're having adaptations for people with all types of abilities.
One of the ways that we hope to do this is by working with Students for Disability Justice, an RSO on campus that we're hoping to not only help us prepare for ChoMUN this coming year, but assist us in contract negotiation with the Palmer House Hotel and their staff to make ChoMUN more accessible in years to come.
We'll be working with the Palmer House staff to make sure that anybody who attends conference can physically access all entry points to conference. This will be facilitated with the use of elevators and ramps to make sure that anybody can get to their rooms, food areas, or conference areas. Furthermore, we will make sure that anybody who needs to get to the Palmer House from any part of Chicago will have access to getting there, for example, with the use of wheelchair-friendly Ubers. Making reasonable accommodations is only half the battle. We need to make sure that we destigmatize the conversation around disabilities and make sure that every member of ChoMUN feels prepared to help people out with disabilities during conference. To that end, we'll be instituting a mandatory disability and inclusion workshop for execs and staff for conference. This will make sure that execs and staff feel prepared to accommodate people at conference physically if anything comes up. And this will be done in partnership with the Students for Disability Justice organization and Student Wellness.
Our third aspect is member body accessibility, making sure that if we're going to be accessible at conference, we first need to make sure that we are accessible within our own organization with our own routine operations. Crucially, we will in weekly practice the accommodations that we might be using at conference to make sure that we are fully prepared to staff any accommodation that might come our way. We will ensure that members of Model UN and unaffiliated students are aware of our inclusion and disability policies to make sure that everyone feels welcome to join our organization from the moment that they step on campus. At ChoMUN, we put community first.